This is Chris Johnson to introduce all my hey brothers and sisters of the OnPassive family. Let's do this!
This is Karina Lansky. Hey.
Robert Tantulo here. Hey.
Cynthia Brown. Hey.
Jerry Gonsalves. Hey.
Don McIntyre. Hey.
This is Gina Leva. Hey.
This is Kevin Rutledge. Hey.
Mr. Tuick. Hey.
This is David Switzer. Hey.
Noel Walcon. Hey.
Pam Turner. Hey. Hey. Diane Lennon. Hey.
Hey, it's coming! OnPassive, it's coming!
In October, next few days, we're launching a new platform called Victory with Ash. The name should be telling. It's obviously that's not the business. And it's a free platform, exclusive for now. It will only be available for our OnPassive qualified people. From those who we quantified and qualified, now those we're going to verify that will go to this. Victory with Ash is the only exclusive gateway that will take us to the dream business, to the, big, bold, beautiful shared dream that we all cherish.
And this is a cult.
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Is it here? Is the big, bold, beautiful dream here? Did it start? No, not yet. Apparently we're still waiting. But Chris Johnson did go live. And as I promised you all yesterday, I would come live today and we would react to it. So here I am. And we're going to be reacting to Chris Johnson. Now, it's a very, very interesting title, indeed. He called it Turn Down the Noise and Turn Up the Volume. And it makes you go, well, what is the noise? Because, we kind of consider all of you promoting Victory with Ash as the noise. If we turn down the noise, that means that all of you shut up. So I don't know if that's his goal. I have only seen a few moments of this, so this is a blind react. I just kind of flipped through it, but I look forward to watching it with all of you. Nev is here, a surprise stream, sort of. I didn't really give any promotion to it. I just kind of shared it a few minutes before I went. I only told Violet I was going live sometime. I'm a little later than I wanted to be, but I'm here. I'm here. Some of the songs are awesome. We do use the In It to Win It song every day because we actually enjoy that song. We often joke that the only thing that this company ever actually did right is release some decent songs. Like that one in the intro, not an awful song. Not an awful song. And that was back when they were actually the ones that were releasing the songs. The O founders were actually singing songs, which you could argue is a little bit more culty maybe, but a lot better than today when all we're getting now is like Bill Must making us pseudo AI songs. Like I say, it's not as good. It will never be as good as real music. Hello, Violet. Good to see you. I do hope Chris joins us again. Welcome, Chris. Start coming here, bud, and hang with the cool kids. Maybe he'll make an appearance. Yeah, it's free, but have your bank details handy. That's right. That's right. Wiping with sandpaper would be more pleasant than being in this. Yeah, probably. Probably. They will eventually be equivalent to Facebook data earning, and you'll have to spend all day doing it. Well, you pretty much do. I mean, they want you to spend all day checking the back office for updates and then constantly being disappointed because nothing is in there, which I would argue that kind of goes against what you should be doing. Like, I understand wanting to gain the control of them and have them checking the back office several times a day obviously helps with that. But at the same time, I'm like, but every time they go back there, then they get a negative feeling. And like for me, after a while, I would just have a negative connotation with going back there. So like they might want to be careful with that, I'm a very psychological person, and I can't be the only one out there. And if there's allegedly over 1 million people in Victory with Ash now, as they're saying, these hoes ain't loyal. Hello, Danny. Good to see you. Good to see you. Without the algorithms, it crashes. Yeah, well, then I feel like Ash is probably still buying bots as well to help with the people going to the actual Victory with Ash and OnPassive platform, because they are still getting some people going there and checking it out. Ash still hasn't updated part 2, and it's been a very long time. He hasn't gone live since October 21st. And so, yeah, it's been quite a while. But Chris was live. Let's see what he has to say. Why would someone want something other than OnPassive in their lives? It makes no sense.
I did it again, didn't I? Hey. Hold on. I'm gotta scrub it. Do this every time, because I haven't done this in a while. What's happening, everybody? Wow. It's good to see some people. I got a little bit of inspiration going here, but not.
What's going on with your eyes, Chris? Are you okay? Like, it looks like you're doing this entire thing with your eyes shut.
A lot. This is something a little different. Let me try not to yell. Turn it down a little bit, Chris. Okay. How's everyone doing?
What was that? Are we channeling energies?
I know Sherry Dershoway's coming on in a half hour, so I want to be done before that. I don't want to go that long. Boy, I've been a lot of things going through my brain the last couple of weeks. A lot of questions, a lot of noise. A lot of noise that driving me absolutely nuts.
What noise? What noise is driving you nuts, Chris? You know?
You seen the title I put there today?
Yep.
Turn down the noise and turn up the volume. And you're saying, Chris, what does that even mean? I'm going to give you some examples of what I mean.
Thank you, Chris. That'll be quite helpful. It's like, I was hoping you would, you know?
Like if you're trying to read a book and maybe your spouse or your kids turn on the TV or the radio, like, hey, turn it down. I'm trying to read here. It's a distraction. And boy, let me tell you, we have a lot of distractions going on right now on YouTube's, on Facebook posts, stuff that I don't really care for, to be honest with you. So what do? I don't watch them. I turn them off. I don't watch the noise. Let me give you an example of some of the noise that I don't like.
This is one of the worst sociopaths I believe you will ever encounter. You've been warned. I don't know why you're here warning us. We're the ones that have been speaking out about him and this for years, Daniel. If you're hearing noises that don't exist, you should go to a doctor, Chris. Yeah, who's turning on the TV in your house? Is there a ghost? Do we need to get Florio? Yes!
And maybe you don't either. And this is Chris Johnson talking, nobody else. This is how I feel. This is what I want to say. I haven't been coming on for a reason. Most of you know that. I did talk on Red's Live today a little bit to get some fun things and some funny things happening there. You can go check that out. But let me tell you the problem I have with noise.
The only noise that I've seen, Chris, is you flipping out on your Facebook about the conversation surrounding trans people. Okay? That's the only thing I've seen. I've seen you do that, and you've inserted yourself into that. It's almost like, because here's the thing, Chris, I get your notifications on your Facebook. So every time that you write a comment under any post on Facebook, I see it. So you seek out a lot of political posts on Facebook just to get mad underneath the posts. You know, maybe some of them are being fed to you, you know, on the feed or whatever. Right? Because, you know, there used to be a time on social media where you would get to the end of the feed and it would be like, that's all for right now. That's all the updates we have for you. That doesn't happen anymore. That's like disappeared. It's gone away. Seriously, it's gone away. And now you could just scroll forever. But like, you literally go out of your way, it seems, to comment on these posts. So I had a little bit of a kick out of you coming out here and doing this intro. Because I was like, sir, you don't turn it off. You don't ignore things. You are very, very mega. And you are loud about that. You're, you know, the typical Make America Great Again Christian.
I want to know how many of you out there think that you can run your own company globally. All right. To me, that's noise. When you're telling me this is what Ash should be doing, I don't listen to it. If you want to go out and do that, you go right ahead. Go start your own global company and let's see you spend millions and millions of dollars of your own earned money toward it.
But that's the thing. That was my point yesterday as well in my stream, is it's like, Chris, like, do you really think that he's just sitting here spending millions and millions of his own dollars on this? Like, first of all, he took $108 million from all of you, and he didn't even have to pay anywhere near the whole thing back, right? So you guys have been funding a lot of this, you know? And then, like, where is he getting this money from? Is he, like, driving taxi during the day? Like, I don't understand. You seem to think that Ash had a successful business in the past and made billions of dollars. And now he's like Elon Musk and he can just donate money galore to whatever project he feels like doing. And it's very strange because it's like, that's not at all what, like, who he is or what has happened. And don't you find it a little bizarre that he keeps attempting to give you guys your dream? What for? Right? At the cost of what, Chris?
For people that you don't even know. I bet you most of you would say, nah, probably because you don't have the funding. Absolutely.
But do you? And how? How? Who's funding you guys?
But this is the noise I do.
And like, with what? Like, what are they funding? Like this isn't a company. There are no products. Nobody's selling anything. We're in the same position. Okay, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed from June 2024 when everything went down. Nothing has changed. Exact same position. Although now you have 2 back offices. Yay! Like, that's it. That's the only change. You're now migrating again, you know, like, and we don't need to do the KYC because you heard Ash at the beginning of this. It's all very vetted. This was an elite invitation. Only the best of the best got invited. So surely there should be no bad people even there to fill out a KYC.
Don't like, okay? We have people right now that used to be in this company, the OnPassive, we'll say it, the OnPassive company, who are big loudspeakers, who now are preaching about everything else but, all right? They lost faith. They lost a lot of faith. They lost the loyalty of everything. And what do? Their noise. The noise is horrible. You got individuals, I'll even say the names. I don't care. Des helps. Okay. B&B. Now we got some travel company. Hey, buy my cryptocurrency. This is all noise to me. These are individuals.
Okay, but I have to be fair, Chris. If it's noise when they ask you to buy products, why wouldn't people think that you're just noise because you're over here like, come sign up for this thing? And then people are like, okay, what do we do? How do we make money? And you're like, you don't. You just come sign up and then you wait around and you learn off Ash Mufareh. And then they're like, well, who the fuck is that? And then you're like, he's apparently this billionaire that just wants to make everybody's dreams come true. Just out of the goodness of his heart to make humanity better. And he apparently has all the tools in order to do just that. We just have to stop the big bad man from keeping us down, which then confuses me because then your political leaning is actually supporting the very man who would then be keeping Ash down, apparently, from trying to save all of humanity. I'm confused. I don't know what you're expecting here with this.
Who were once humongous leaders, I thought, in a company that was designed by a genius man who went rogue. And now what are they doing?
That's right. Even we have blue vases now.
Trying to suck you toward their companies. All right. That's noise to me. And this is where all of you are getting distracted.
No, they're getting distracted with the fact that some of these companies have at least a product and a way for them to make money. You don't seem to understand that most of the people sign up for this for a business. not to learn in the hopes of being chosen to join a big, bold, beautiful dream. So if something else shows up and it's like, yeah, we have products for you to sell right now, and we're actually going to like give you 20% commission, and you'll be making that within the next month or two, why wouldn't they jump ship? Right? If they have the hustle culture mindset and they're into the MLM thing, why would they be in this one? That's been my point the whole time. I often joke, like, you're better to do any MLM besides this one. Like, surely none of them are great, but the other ones, at least you have something to do. That's the whole thing about MLMs, too, is that for a lot of people, it gives them busy work and gives them that false sense of a purpose. I don't even know if you have that here anymore. You know what I mean? Like you brought it around with the Let's Save Humanity and all the Oblast talk a few years ago. But, you know, that's been dying out. I mean, how long is that high going to last for? We're like, you know, year after year after year goes by and people start going, well, how am I going to save humanity if I'm not making a cent, you know? Joining Ash is like joining the Aryan Nation in prison. You can join, but you can't leave, right? You have the power now. You have the blue vase. That's right. Hey, 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 Salome. Victory won't happen. It's just the truth. You know? Did I miss the part where Ash said why OnPassive had to close? He did do a stream. We're going to be doing an Ash marathon. I'm getting it ready right now. It takes me a little bit of time to like, because, you know, every time he shows up, it's at least half an hour to 2 hours long. And I like to kind of get it all ready before we do it. But by the end of this month, we are going to be going through as many of his live streams from 2025 as we can, because there's literally only a handful of them. Like, I feel like we could do it all within one big day. One big 8-hour stream or so, and I think we can get most of it done. Because I think it will be good to have a nice little refresh of at least the last few, you know? I definitely think we need to watch the last several, including the one where he talks about the SEC. So we're definitely going over that. I already have it. Already have it queued. It's spelled productors. Try and say it after me, son. You can do it. It's like that's literally the main thing that they're missing. And it's not even that. It's even just having the business plan so that people can visualize how they can make money. That's what the MLMs offer to them, right? Because it's all an illusion. You're not actually making money. But like the whole selling point is that you think you are, and you can visualize yourself doing it because they say to you, here's this gigantic chart you have to memorize. And if you sign up this person and they sign up these people who sign up these people, then you move up and you get a promotion to diamond. But it gives them something to look at and go, okay, well, I have to do this, this, and this to get to this spot. And it gives them goals to work towards. Again, we talk a lot about how it's like busy work and you're not really working towards any real personal development, but at least it exists. We don't even have that here. Like, it really is very much up in the air, especially right now. Now we really don't know what this is. Like, if anything, we've regressed. We've regressed back to even before OnPassive. Because even when all these people signed up for OnPassive, there was a clear idea of what OnPassive was going to be. The products didn't exist. And it was a little murky on what the business plan and the commissions were going to be. But they were like, we're going to have this lead thing that will help get you people to your MLM business. You know, and you'll be able to sell it to other people. Right now, it's just, we have this educational platform. Ash claims he'll be putting courses in it. sometime in the future. Sign up 10 people and then wait. That's it. And then wait. Like, they're really just waiting now. It's worse. It's worse.
What is it? What? Where's Diane Lennon? FMOM or whatever. Afraid you're going to miss out on something, whatever it's called.
FOMO. FOMO. Fear of missing out. Which you use all the time. And you're probably going to do it here. Because you're going to probably go on to say, if you guys join these other things, then you're going to miss out on the opportunity to be a part of this and your big, bold, beautiful dream. Which is you doing FOMO, Chris. Lord.
Missing out anything on those companies. They're just saying, I'm mad at what he's doing. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to bring all these people that were part of this company, and I'm going to suck them into my company. All right. Noise, noise, noise.
Yeah, noise, noise, noise. Violet says, we used to have the Burge, Catmo, O-Connect, Trivia, webinars. Now it's just one big black hole sucking in all the lights, right? Like, we have nothing now. There's nothing to plan. There's no real vision on what this is. And I feel like there's also this like looming feeling for everyone who's joined this that they might not be able to continue on to the big, bold, beautiful dream because it's sold to them like they have to really be worthy in order to do this now. Right? There was a time where OnPassive was for everyone, especially those who were oppressed or maybe couldn't do whatever. Now they're like, oh, no, this is an elite club. And you really have to prove your loyalty and prove that you'll be our little workhorse before we'll let you in. So, like, even though a lot of them got accepted into Victory with Ash and they all did their KYC, and maybe many of them signed up their 10 people who also did the same. So, you would think, oh, well, maybe they're relaxing, but I think that that's still looming. Because, again, they're not really sure what they're going to have to do in Victory with Ash in order to make it to the big, bold, beautiful dream. What's expected of them isn't outlined for them. And I'm somebody, I need to know what is expected of me. What are we doing? What do you want from me? I can't just have things up in the air when it comes to work. That would drive me insane if I was trying to run a business and I just didn't know anything ever. Like, I'm a planner, damn it. So, it's a shitty situation. I feel like it's the shittiest situation they've been in this entire time.
Turn down the noise, turn up the volume. What's the volume? The volume is paying attention to things that really matter. All right. MLM companies out there right now, and I'll say that MLM, we're not MLM. MLM companies out there right now are just like diets. Okay. Through your lifetime.
You can't just be like, we're not MLM. You're not MLM because you're not anything right now. Right now, you're running some really weird, like, club that basically works like an MLM, where people recruit people, except then when they get there, nobody's selling anything and nobody's making money. They're just all hanging out. Like, it's bizarre. And this isn't what I meant when I said, like, just be a community. In the past when I've been like, stop trying to be an MLM and a company. Maybe just, chill with each other and be a community. This isn't what I meant. I didn't mean like a recruitment based. See, that's the MLM-y part, Chris. That's the thing you're not getting. Unless you drop the recruitment part, then you can't really be like, we're not MLM. Because I'm like, well, no, because you're not a company, but you're definitely recruiting like an MLM into whatever weird club this is. Hello, Mr. Level. Good to see you. Line up all the people who got OnPassive tattoos. There were some, yep. We saw a few of those in our meme reviews. Gotta wonder about that, right?
I think you go through like 100 and
get it covered up with the victory with Ash. I don't think it would work. The OnPassive is that big blue symbol, right? And then the victory with Ash is just like that little V thing. You can't even do it.
28 diets. Why? None of them work. So you go to the next one. You go to the next one. You go to the next one. So MLM, I'm sure there's some good ones out there.
Which is funny because in OnPassive was like 3 different businesses by the time it got shut down. Right? It was a lead generator. It was going to have the best AI, ML, and all this. And then it turned into a way to save humanity through like Obless and just donating money to people, I guess. Which is very similar to going from MLM to MLM to MLM. The only difference is that they just kind of like stayed together and then kept the same brand name. But now you're claiming that you're going to victory with Ash and then you're going to hop to another thing. So one might argue that that's not all that different other than you're all sticking together.
I've never found one, but MLM and diets are the same way. Every other day there's a new diet coming out. Every other day there's a new MLM coming, or even an old MLM that's been around for 12 years that all of a sudden Super King wants to say, this is the greatest, making you promises. We're not promising you nothing. Ash Mufareh, he turned off the noise completely.
We're going to change your life. Ash Mufareh is going to change your life. And then literally, not even 5 minutes later, we're not promising you anything. You are, though. You are promising them their big, bold, beautiful dream. Chris, did you forget? Like, sure, this is just the bridge. But that's supposed to be the end goal. Technically, that's all they have. Just a dream.
Completely.
I don't think this is what Martin Luther King was talking about. I'm just saying.
I mean, completely. He turned off the noise so he could concentrate on what he's doing for every one of us.
What was his noise? People promoting his business? Praising him? Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure he definitely wanted that to stop. Thank you, Violet, for gifting 5 Queen of Karma memberships. If you got a membership today, be sure to thank Violet. Jesus Christ, Chris.
He's building our future. He's building a classroom that's going to change people's lives.
We're not promising you anything. He's building your future. We're not promising you anything. He's building your future. Like, I feel like I'm going insane. Like, what do you mean? What the fuck? What was that? Literally, we
none of them work. So you go to the next one. You go to the next one. You go to the next one. So MLM, I'm sure there's some good ones out there. I've never found one, but MLM and diets are the same way. Every other day there's a new diet coming out. Every other day there's a new MLM coming, or even an old MLM that's been.
I love how it's so hard for him to say it.
Around for 12 years that all of a sudden Super King wants to say, this is the greatest, making you promises. We're not promising you nothing. Ash Mufareh, he turned off the noise completely. I mean, completely. He turned off the noise so he could concentrate on what he's doing for every one of us. He's building our future.
Okay. All right, so you're not promising me anything right now. Just my future given to me by Ash Mufareh, of all people.
He's building a classroom that's going to change people's lives. In that classroom, turn up the volume, turn off the noise.
Imagine thinking that you are the key and the answer to everybody's problem on the face of the earth. And all they have to do is come and join your club and take your class. And then all of their dreams will be granted. Like just think about how much of a narcissist you would actually have to be in order to believe that. Like, that is insane. Even therapists realize that they cannot help every single person that walks in their door, and that sometimes they're not the person for that client. Sometimes that client could project something onto them that's very negative, and it hinders the therapy. So they'll even realize, I may have all the great skills to help people with their healing and stuff, but I can't do it for every single type of person in the entire world. Like, I don't have the answers for everybody, you know what I mean? But Ash Mufareh seems to believe that he has the answers, and then what's crazy is that Chris is sitting here right now like, yes, that makes sense. Like, you couldn't even take how are you even going to learn everybody's problems? You have 1 million people in this thing, and you're going to fix all of their problems with your class. It's like, what are you teaching? This is Life Issues 101 with Ash Mufareh? Lord. We should market and sell an AI-induced Ash sex doll for all the Gina Levas out there in the world. I think we would get charged and sued for that. I'm pretty sure that's illegal to do, especially with somebody else's likeness. So I don't think we should. But it's a funny joke to think about for a second. Ash solutions work only for him, right? I know. But just it's like, dude, like, you have to realize that you cannot solve everybody's problems. You are not like the end all and be all. Well, he holds himself up there with his God. The irony of Chris shouting at us to stop listening to the noise. Right?
But we're going to have people that want to come out and say bad things about us all the time. All you YouTubers out there that are bashing Ash, that's noise.
Who are all these YouTubers? Who? Where are they? I like making friends. I have YouTuber friends. I'd like some more friends. I know pretty much everybody that's ever spoken out about this. And most of them are actually not speaking out about it right now. I'm kind of the only one right now. The recovering Hunbot is dealing with some things in her personal life. She's taking some time off. Spencer covers other things and only covers OnPassive when something big happens because he's a larger creator. Even the OnPassive reviews and stuff, even they've moved on to cover other things because they're kind of like, what am I gonna, there's nothing going on over here. So you don't have all these YouTubers saying this and that. There's only a couple people from India that are really loud and speaking out about this, even on Facebook. So I'm like, where are all these YouTubers that are coming out here and allegedly attacking Ash Mufareh? Where are they? Where? And like, we haven't even really covered Ash Mufareh. Today I played a clip from him, but we haven't really played that many clips of him at all. You know, I guess the other day I did that song, but he hasn't been live, like I said, since October. So it's not like people are reacting to him. You guys are re-uploading him. That's you. That's your buddies. That's your family in Victory with Ash, re-uploading him. That's the content about OnPassive. It's usually all of you guys uploading stuff, and then just me over here. Me over here with my tiny little community, just like, hi guys, I think this is a scam. Pay attention.
Don't watch it. Don't pay attention to it. And why do I got to keep saying this? Because individuals send me, Chris, look what they're saying. I don't care what they're saying. I turned that off and I plugged into what Ash Mufareh is doing. Now, do we know what he's doing? No. That's the...
So then how are you going to plug into what he's doing? You literally just said to plug into what Ash Mufareh is doing, but do we know what he's doing? No. You have to understand how ridiculous that sounds. Especially if you're considering that Chris is like making this video as a promotional video for Victory with Ash. This is him sticking up as the PR person for the company against all these apparent YouTubers. I don't know. Maybe I have several different personalities that I didn't realize.
The smartest thing about this. In the past, Ash let us know everything. And people twisted it and turned it. And they complained about it.
Nobody twisted and turned it and complained about it. Not one person twisted and turned anything and complained about it. You guys would lie to people, over-exaggerate things, talk things up to be the most amazing thing in the world, and then you would disappoint everybody. You wouldn't make your deadlines. Give dates for things and then be like, oh, sorry, we're not making the deadline. And then you would get mad because people were expecting things to get done by the date that you said they would get done for. Jeez, how shameful of them. Like, you're running a company, apparently, right? So you're telling your employees, as you put it, hey, this new product's going to be out next month on the 3rd. And then it's like the 10th, and they're sitting there like, where is it? Like, you know? And nobody twisted anything. In fact, as I've said before, every single thing that even myself and the Recovering Unbought has ever said about you guys publicly, you have now pretty much admitted to be true. And if Ash would put up the last 2 parts in the OES, I think all of it will be true. So nobody's twisting anything. We don't have to. And we can't. See, this is why a lot of times people are like, Queen, how come you don't do clips more? Sometimes it gets a little boring when you're reacting to like their whole videos, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, because I react to cults. And one of the major things that they like to do is claim that we're twisting around what they're saying. We're taking things out of context. And if I sit down with all of you and I react to the entire thing from start to finish, then they can't really be like, she's taking it out of context. Blah, 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 blah. Because it's one of the main things that, you know, especially Chris here likes to say. And again, whenever people, they just repeat what Chris is saying half the time. Half the time it's Chris spreading the misinformation. And then getting mad because other people are repeating what he said. Because, again, he just talks. He's almost like Ash in that way. They just talk. They get carried away and then start making things up as they go along. It's ridiculous. Hello, little Miss Lulu. I'm glad that you got one of the memberships. Chrissy Poo, you shouting at us is just highlighting the fact that Ash is nowhere to be seen. We are speaking more about Victory with Ash than you guys are at this point. Yeah. So maybe you guys need more noise. We're going to win.
He's not going to let that happen again. He's not going to let those mistakes happen again. And this is why he's quiet. Now people are angry. Well, he's quiet. Let him be quiet. You're talking to a guy that does communicate with Ash Mufareh. He's doing a lot more than you can even imagine.
Can you list some of it? And how often do you communicate with him? I feel like it's not really a flex as much anymore, because now if I was in this thing and I was waiting around for this asshole to come and tell me what to do, and then Chris kept showing up here and rubbing it in my face that he talks to him, I'd be kind of like, well, unless you're going to fucking tell us what our next steps are, do you want to maybe shut up about that? Or otherwise you want to give me his phone number so that I can call him up and ask him what's going on? Like stop bragging about it. Oh, well, I'm the one that talks to him, but I don't know what's happening. You can't be both either. You either talk to Ash Mufareh, he gives you updates, and you know everything that's going on, and you're assuring us that since you're aware of everything that's going on, you can then, calm the audience. And be like, hey, chill out, guys. I know what's up. I know what's going on. He's doing all of this stuff. Just trust. That would at least be something. But you go back and forth with it, where you're like, yeah, I talked to him, I know what's up. But then you turn around and you say, do we know what's going on? No. It's like, make up your mind.
And it's for me, and it's for you, and it's for anyone that wants to join. If you decide to get out and bash Ash Mufareh.
So it's for everyone who wants to join now. For everyone who wants to join. No longer an elite club.
Bash what he's doing. Why don't you just leave? If I didn't believe, I would walk away. My hands are clean of it. Okay? But I am here to tell you that I'm 100% in love with what Ash Mufareh is doing.
So what is he doing? We're just supposed to sit here and hear you talk about how much you like it and then just take your word for it?
I'm 100% in belief in what he's doing. And I'm excited and I can't wait for it to happen. Now, I've talked to many of you on the phone about what's going on with this and how we're supposed to be doing things. And right now, all Ash asks is patience. It doesn't cost you anything to be patient or wait. And you're worried about other stuff. Wow. Stop worrying about that other stuff. All you got to worry about is you're going to be ready.
They've already waited for 8 years. So, like, I don't blame them if they're getting a little restless. Yeah, Hello, Zach. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful week.
For when this company, when Victory with Ash takes off, okay? Not victory for Ash, victory with Ash.
But again, nobody understands what that means. Right? Like, what is the victory? What does that look like? Is the victory being able to move on to the big, bold, beautiful dream? Because that's kind of what it sounded like. But it's like, nobody even knows what this is.
And when we get in that classroom, now we can turn the noise completely off. Now we can pay attention to something that's going to educate us on something that probably most of us have never seen before.
Oh my God. I almost cannot wait for these educational videos. I cannot wait. Because, someone's going to leak them. And they're going to be amazing. What cult doesn't have strongmen to keep the minions in line? This one, apparently. Because I don't look at Chris as a strong man.
And we're going to educate ourselves together, and we're going to be excited about it. But then again, I've got...
It's like educate ourselves at what? Running a business? Okay, but what business are we running here? None? Okay, then what are we doing?
Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many messages I get a day that are saying, what's this? Say, why is it? Listen, don't worry about the whys or the whos. Just know this. Ash Mufareh is doing exactly what he said. He told us this a few months ago. He's not going to come on and say, hi. No, that's a distraction. That's noise.
Yeah, coming and hanging out with all of you peasants to wish you a Merry Christmas like he used to do? That's a fucking distraction. You're all noise to him. Okay? He's way too good for that. He's trying to save humanity now.
He doesn't want to do the noise. He wants to pay attention with his teams and build things that are going to completely change this internet, the world, and many, many people's lives.
I'd say open your eyes, but, you know.
That's the belief I've had. That's the belief I've had for as long as I can remember when I first met Ash Mufareh.
For as long as I can remember. When I first met Ash Mufareh. Jesus.
All right. He's not doing this to get himself in trouble.
It's like the late 2018. Like, what do you mean?
He's not doing this to fail. He's doing this because he believes in it.
I don't know. I feel like he is setting himself up to fail. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to run a business underneath the SEC's nose without them knowing. Like, that's what I feel like.
You don't listen. A good, honest, perfect entrepreneur never really tells people what he's doing. They already know. And
so then before, when he was telling you every single step, was he not a good, honest entrepreneur, Chris? Like, see, I told you.
Their mind, what they have to do and what they need to do. But see, a lot of you think that, oh, maybe he should do it this way. Maybe, schmaybe. That's some more noise. All right. Like I said, if you want to go do something like that, go build your own company. Leave this guy alone and let him do what he's doing. I don't care if he's quiet.
People can't bother him. They're bothering you because you keep coming on here and telling everyone that you're the face of the business and that you have a direct line to him, you idiot. Maybe if you would stop telling them all that you're the direct line to him, then they would all stop coming and bugging you. You say you turned off the noise, but apparently not.
I like when he's quiet. That tells me he's pounding his fingers on his computer. Do
you think he's coding this himself? You can't be that dumb.
His teams and everyone else he has to deal with. And there's another thing. None of you have to deal with that.
None of you have to deal with that. Oh, deal with what? That's the thing. You don't tell us what he's doing. So, and then when you turn around and you say to us, none of you have to deal with this, it's like it doesn't have the same emotional weight as you think it does because none of us know what the fuck he's doing. So, have to deal with what? Have to deal with what? Because it sounds like they're all bugging you and not him. Did you ever think about that, Chris? Ever think about how you're his buffer?
None of you. It's not coming out of your pocket. Everything he's doing comes out of...
Send them big, giant, purple dildos. They're like monster ones. Just, careful looking that up on the browser. That's what I would be texting, just a big bitch. Chris does love the attention. And it's so funny because, he wants to be seen as Ash Mufareh's right-hand man. He just doesn't want any of the responsibility that comes with it, right? He's like, I want all of you to know that I am the only direct line to Ash right now. But then I don't want you to come and, tell me what you want me to say to him. It's like, well, that's kind of what's going to happen. Especially in a situation like this where he hasn't been around since October 21st. It's now January 21st, And, let's be real, he used to come around every, couple months. So this is, the longest he's been gone in a while. People start to get scared. They start to get scared that he's taken off and said, fuck him. And like I said the other day, he probably could do that right now. And Chris and Ren and all these people would still be doing streams for a year. Just as if nothing's changed. Don't worry, guys, he's still doing stuff behind the scenes. He would just have to text Chris every few weeks and be like, yeah, no, lots of stuff is happening.
His pocket. All right? Everything. We do nothing but wait. We talk about it here and there. We let people know to get excited for this training that's coming at us. It's going to be phenomenal. Now, people say, well, what's he going to train us, Chris? And I say, he's going to train us how to have a better life, okay?
What has Ash shown to the world about his life that would make me think that he has achieved the life that I would want to achieve? He never shows himself with his family. No one's ever seen a picture of his wife. He doesn't really show himself traveling. You know, people joke that he's scared of planes or can't leave the country. It's not like he posts pictures of him like on boats, like yachts, having drinks with friends. Like, Ash isn't your typical MLM CEO. He's very much more like a cult leader who isn't all flashy and showy, but everyone still wants to believe everything he says for some reason. So, but like, that's the part that bothers me about this. Like, Ash hasn't proven that he has a life that anyone else should want to look up to. You know? We haven't seen it at all. So when you say Ash is going to teach you how to live a better life, I consider the life that I have right now to be better than his life, because I've never been sued for $108 million and I've never harmed 800,000 people. You know? The good news about my life is I've helped more people than I've harmed. And that, to me, is more peaceful. But, you know, I guess you can find peace in your own ways. But, like, I'm not even out here like, I'm going to teach you all how to live a good life. You know, I don't even try to say that I'm recovered. And then I'll teach you how to be fully recovered from MLMs and cults. Because I say all the time, I'm still going through a lot of the process too, guys. I'm still going through it too. We're doing this together. But like, what about Ash's life would I look at and be like, I wish I could have that. I have a family. I have a spouse. I got my kid. I'm good. You know, I don't want to run a business. I would not be very good at it. I couldn't fire somebody. It would make me cry myself to sleep for several weeks afterwards. I'm just not that type of person. And I also can't recruit people because they ask me if I made money and that I'm honest. You know, I can't lie to trick people. I'm not good at that. Can't do it. Literally cannot do it. So I'm not the one for running a company, especially with allegedly 1 million people in it. You know? And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But I'm just like, so what does Ash have that I would want? Because I don't want the control over the people that he has. That's for sure. Definitely don't want that. I'm dead against it. Dedicated my whole life to speaking out about it right now. So, again, what does he have? You know, like, what are you seeing in him that you're like, oh my God, I wish that my life was more like his life. He's going to teach me how to live like him? Oh, let me join now. It's ridiculous. I just realized that Ash has probably ghosted Chris. The Chrissy Poo doth protest too much, maybe. That would be hilarious if we found that out. He's got people looking for him. I don't doubt it, because he owes people money in their mind. And, you know, he's probably messing with some of the wrong people. The reason Ash can't hear the noise is because he is sitting on a beach in a non-extradition treaty country. And I mean, at this point, he could be. Hello, Takara. Good to see you. You know, just ridiculous. He could take off. No one would even know.
That's as best answer as I could come up with right now.
Well, wasn't a very good one, Chris. Maybe you should try it harder.
And when I do get in there, I'm not supposed to talk about it either. And I won't. But I know I...
Wow. So then how are you supposed to recruit people to it? You know?
I just want to get out here and say, I'm excited. I believe in this. I've never stopped believing in it.
Hey, everyone, I'm excited. For what? I don't know.
I decided to go quiet because there wasn't a lot for me to say. But when I see and hear the noise that's coming out of people's YouTubes trying to suck you in to do something else wrong.
He's like very upset that some people left and went and joined Days Alps. He's very, very upset about that. You know, they did lose one of their most well-known Indian founders, as you guys know. So he went over to Days Alps, which is not having a great time either. But they're all the fucking same, which is why I cover them.
Bar's not charging any money for this course. He's saying, listen, let's onboard people. Let's get the right people. That's exactly what he's doing. All right. Nothing else matters from that. If you want to go do those other companies I mentioned, you go for it. But it's the same damn thing over and over. MLM. Oh, we got a new one.
One of the guys that used to do a lot of the memes, actually. So we didn't react to him a lot because, he doesn't really speak English, and it's really hard to do translating stuff on here. You know, I thought about doing it with Days Alps too, and I was like, there's no good way to do this. But he had quite a large team under him of Indian founders that look to him because he does make some YouTube videos and posts a lot on Facebook and was running one of the bigger Facebook groups for them as well that has switched over and is now all about Days Alps. So I think they're obviously upset about that. But I don't know what they expected to happen. It's been how long?
Doing Vibe, they're doing all these
Vibe.
And I don't see.
There it is, Vibe. We're going to have to clip that. Him just going, Vibe. So that next time that we react to Vibe, I can play Chris going, Vibe. They're joining Vibe. Yes. Yes. The scamming twins came for you. I honestly don't think that there's that many people though from this that are in Vibe anymore.
Nothing coming out of it. Nothing but one individual sucking your money out of your pocket. Don't believe those people. I don't care if you thought they were the most respected person in this company years ago and talked the big thing, because now they're saying exactly what they used to say about Ash Mufareh, but about this other guy. I want you to think about that. Think about that hard and good, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm here because I believe in what he's doing. I'm here because I believe it will change humanity.
I mean, he has a point. You know? She has a point. Has a point, but at the same time, this isn't much better. Jellysack did find where Michael Aim went, and we will be talking about it probably next week.
I believe it will change the internet. I believe it'll change the way people look at things differently. Help.
I thought that it was just Ash doing a course telling us how to live our lives. Now it's changing the way that we view the world as well. Again, this Ash, he's just so amazing. He's a billionaire. He has the answer to all of life's questions, including why is humankind even on Earth to begin with? And he's finally going to share it with all of us. Aren't we all just so lucky? Yeah, Michael left. And that's what I mean. They've lost some decent people. Some people who came with some teams. Which is why I'm so iffy about them having such high numbers in here right now. It's because I'm kind of like, no, you lost a lot of people. I have proof of it. I've seen them elsewhere. And they have that whole, if they see you promoting something else, then they'll get you kicked out of this anyway. You know, Tanya's just paying attention to everyone. She's probably writing down everyone's names, like Santa making his naughty list, you know, just to hand them all in to Ash. Right? She seems to think that if she polices everyone, then that will be her in. Some people are like that, you know. True colors tend to come out. So, like, they've lost a lot of people who have taken teams with them and had decent-sized teams, right? And then they're over here like, yeah, now, guys, we have 1 million people in victory with Ash. And I'm like, that makes no sense. Because if you had 1.4, according to them, 800,000 according to SEC, but they said they had 1.4, right, when they were in OnPassive. So how did, like, I feel like they lost more than that. You know? I'm kind of like, we wouldn't still be around the same numbers at all. Just some issues going on here. Especially since, I don't know if you guys caught, but, you know, you can make fake accounts with people's information. You know, I'm just saying. They also use it to look up people's family members. Then all of a sudden you notice your aunt's name is in somebody's downline, and you're like, my aunt didn't join. She would have joined under me. You find out it's just because they made a fake account.
You know, and we haven't even gotten to that section yet. But if you don't believe in what he's doing, then get the hell out. I'm sorry to say it that way. All right. If you don't believe what he's doing, just leave. All right. But all of a sudden, what do? I'll get angry and I'll say bad things about him. And then I'll get him to join my company. You know what? That's the dumbest marketing I've ever seen in my life. The sad thing is a lot of people fall for it. Next thing you know, Chris, I paid $100 and I didn't get nothing out. Of course. It's another diet.
Jesus. What are you going to do, Chris, after Victory with Ash when this turns into an MLM company, apparently? I'm going to play this back to you. I don't remember which one it was. It's an easy name to remember this stream. And I'm going to play this very specific one back to you at that time. You know, I'm just giving you a warning now. You know, in case you want to opt out before I make you look dumb in future.
It's another diet that didn't work for you. Now, some things work for different people. Me, they say 128. I've tried every diet in the world. Okay. And what did I have to do? I had to turn down the noise. Stop looking at these things. Stop listening to these things. You know what you have to do. Okay. That's what I want you to ask yourself. You know what you have to do. If you feel like you should go try every single MLM that pops under your nose, which there's millions, I'll say thousands of them on the internet, amen, go for it. But go do that. I've been raised this way. You complete one thing. You start something, you stick with it, you hammer it.
See, my whole thing, though, is like, he's all like, yeah, come learn how to run a business from Ash Mufareh and learn how to live. Oh, but we hate MLMs. I'm like, aren't you trying to get people that are in MLMs to sign up for this to learn from Ash? I'm confused.
You take it home, and it'll pay off for you. Trust me. It'll pay off in this company. As far as education, it's going to blow you away. I'm not talking about any kind of monetization or monetary right now. I'm talking about the facts. Ash Mufareh is doing something so it can help a lot of people out. Not himself. He's told you that 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, he keeps saying that, but I can't help but see how this only helps him in the long run. You know?
But go ahead. I want y'all try to call Elon Musk or Bill Ford. Tell him how he should be building a car the way you think. Or tell Elon Musk, you know what they're going to say? Number one, they're not going to listen. They turned off you a long time ago because they already know what they want. They already know the plan set ahead of them and how.
But that's actually not good. It's not good to not listen to your customers. Or just say, if they say, hey, this really sucks, like they all tried to tell Elon Musk that his car really sucked. And he was like, I don't care. I'm still going to sell it for a whole bunch of money. And then people bought it, and it was like breaking down everywhere and stuff. And it just wasn't good. I'm just saying, maybe he should start listening to people when they're like, hey, this product isn't up to par. I want a company with the CEO that actually wants to make the customers happy. Instead of just doing what he wants to do. He's not doing this for himself. He's doing it for all of them, but he's not listening to them. He's just doing what he wants to do. Do I got that right, Chris? Yeah, no, turn down the noise and turn up the volume for sure.
They're going to stick to that and not all of a sudden say, well, that guy's right. Maybe I should. Listen, if Ash Mufareh listened to every person that gave him advice, he'd never get anything done.
But that's the thing. Why should I listen to a man that doesn't even know how to listen to everyone and then figure out what advice is actually advice he should take and what advice is advice he should go, well, that person's just being an asshole. There's such thing as constructive criticism. And I can feel it in someone's words. I know if you're giving me constructive criticism. I know if you're being passive aggressive. And then people get mad at me because I call them out. That shit doesn't work with me. But that's what I mean. Like, you're just saying, oh no, he just doesn't listen to any of it. That's not good. How is he learning and growing ever? If no one can ever tell this man that he's doing something wrong or tell them what they want to see from him, like what, he's just out here just, again, how is this for them then? Makes no sense.
If Ash Mufareh paid attention to all the noise and the comments, he'd never get anything done. Let him go. Leave him alone. What else are you doing? What you should be doing.
See, and that's why I block some people, because I'm like, this person, no matter what, just hates me and doesn't like that I exist. So there's no point in me getting their comments. They're just going to be here every day like, I hope you die and your family burns in a fire. So I'm like, well, no, not going to get that person off my channel. But then I've had other people that have come in and they've been like, I really like your content, but sometimes you're very, very loud. And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry, I'm partially deaf. And it's just how we talk. Sometimes we talk with a higher volume than people who can hear. I don't know if you're aware of that. But yeah, no, it's a thing. So I try to explain it to people to be like, that's actually a lot of it. Sometimes I get passionate and I can yell too. But, then I'm just usually loud. So there's that. But, that is a constructive criticism. Sometimes people are like, hey, if you edited this part of your video like this instead, that would have been fucking funny. And I'm like, shit, I should have thought of that. You're right. That's a good one. And there's something about bouncing ideas off of other people too sometimes that just gets the creative juices flowing. Like, it should be good to get feedback from people. I don't know how you can be a creative and not get feedback from people, and then how you would then grow and get better at what you're doing. Because I have my own things that I want to get better at, of course. But then a lot of what I've learned and grown with are things that other people have kind of offered to me. Sometimes I don't even know it's an option. And then someone's like, hey, did you know that you can do this? And I'm like, I can do that? Damn, yeah, I want to learn how to do that. How would this be for them? Just this whole thing just contradicts itself, in my opinion. Lord.
It's still taking care of your family. All right. Sticking with your job, making that money, even though you hate it. I did, but I stuck with it for 32 years. Okay. And if I was still working, and I'm retired now, and Ash Mufareh introduced me to this, yes, I would still keep my job until it got going. And is it going to get going? Yes. Is it real? 100% yes. But the problem is you keep listening to ignorant people on the internet and their stupid YouTubes. All right. I don't care about my YouTube. I care about just getting the message out. But all you YouTubers, and I know every single one of you that all of a sudden switched your train and you took, 100,000.
No, I've been talking shit about you the whole time. Don't worry. I didn't switch up anything.
People that you constantly talked about the last company and said, "Oh, I'll get them. I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to do Death Helps or B&B or so let's travel." Give me a break, folks. You haven't learned by now. Have you not learned by now? This isn't a fun YouTube that I'm doing today. This is something to wake you up a little bit. There might be some great companies out there, all right? But the ones I mentioned aren't them, okay? This company is the only thing out there right now that's doing it the right way.
What are they doing? What are they doing? You're having everyone onboard people fill out a KYC and wait. Why? So that Ash can harvest all your data on the dark web? I don't understand. What are you doing? How are you doing it right? How are you starting a business more correctly than everyone else? Explain.
All right. They want to educate you on what's coming. They want to educate you to better your life, period.
Yeah, no, you're right. The other MLMs, they never do education. They never do training. That's literally what you spend half of your day doing when you're in an MLM, is going from training call to training call to training call. Not much different than going from webinar to webinar to webinar and OnPassive. The only difference is that usually when you're in an MLM, you're going to do actual training. They'll be like, let's learn about the product today. Today's product is called Manda. So we're going to be talking about. And then they talk about it for half an hour. And then you're allowed to ask questions and stuff about it, for example. Or then they'll go to another training and it will be like, this is how you can explain the chart to people for Ruby. And other MLMs had training that pertained to how to run the MLM. Whereas yours, since you didn't have products and you didn't really have a business model, yours were just hangout sessions where Ash came and lied to you all for an hour. That was the difference. How is Ash's training in this thing going to be any different from all of these webinars that he sat in and just blabbed at us? What is he going to be teaching us? And sometimes I think that Chris just really hates working. And this is just his way of lashing out at the world because he had to work at a job and have a career in his life. Because he's always so angry about it. Literally so angry. Every time that he brings up working at Ford, he's like, I hated it. It was awful. Which, by the way, Chris, that's what the MLM Huns do.
Period. Now, you can take it for what it is. When the courses do start, and I don't know when, and you get in there and you decide it's not for you, well, you bow out gracefully. All right? All these other companies, they don't care about you. Ash Mufareh cares about people. I'll argue that all day long. He cares about people.
You can argue it all day long, but you have nothing to show. I can give you examples of how he hasn't cared about people. For example, how he's had people move to Hyderabad and Dubai, left them stranded without passports, and not paid them for 9 months when they became his employees. And when they asked for their payments, threatened to not return their fucking visas and stuff to them so that they can leave and go get hired elsewhere. I don't think that that's a man that cares about people. I don't even think that that's a CEO business owner that cares about his employees. Might be a con artist chump, though. Might be that. A little sociopathic, if you ask me. Some of them brought families with them and then ended up homeless. And if you can do that to people and be okay with it, I don't know if you care about people. I'm just saying, because I care about people, I would not be able to do that to even one person. let alone 900 of them, Chris.
All right. The people that are saying bad things, man, just ignore them. You don't need to send them to me.
And Zach says, no other business posts in the back office about a sick man who was dying, just saying. You didn't care about Marty too much.
I have the same individuals that send me the same images. They send them to Red, Julie, Susie. They send them to Ash Mufareh. Okay? Why?
Is Ash complaining to you about people sending him things? Because he shouldn't be. That's highly unprofessional. I'm just saying. And like, what do you mean why? Because they want some direction. Like, they really just want some direction from you guys. Like, you've promised them you would give them, and you keep saying over and over again, oh, update coming soon, update coming soon, update coming soon. Ash goes in the OES back office for OnPassive and says, I'm going to do a 3-part post. And then he does part 1 and then nothing. So they're kind of all sitting here like, yeah, no, nothing's going on again. Like, is he going to upload one of these training modules that he claims he's going to upload with the video? Because he promised that this thing was really going to start going in 2026, early 2026. And we're heading towards the end of January. And nothing has happened. You know?
Let it go. Our situations, our personal situations in our lives are our responsibilities. They're not Ash's responsibilities. He's trying to change.
But you just said that Ash was going to teach them all how to live a good life. You just said that Ash was going to save humanity and give them their future. Like, this is what I mean. You have to make up your mind. Is this man the holder, the key to a happy life for everyone and all of their future? Or is their futures only up to them? And he has nothing to fucking do with it, and they should all just cut their losses now and move on. Like, let him go then. Selfish.
Change those things in your life for better. All right. But I got people every day because of him. You know, I lost this person. And I got another news for you. I hate to say it, but people die. I've lost people. That's part of life.
But the difference is that Ash Mufareh found people who had family members that were dying, and they said to him, Mr. Ash, I need money so that I can pay for the health care for my family member. And Ash said, don't worry, we're going to launch in 6 months. Don't worry, just 6 more months. Don't worry, just 6 more months for 8 fucking years. And then people die. Quite a few of them. And now those people are like, this man said that he promised. And yeah, do they own some of that responsibility? Because they didn't like wake up sooner and go, oh my God, this guy's an asshole. I'm just going to have to go find the money another way. Maybe. But the thing is that they were desperate and they were vulnerable. And those are the people you sought out on purpose. You went looking for them. Specifically, you offered people oblasts. Chris, you literally went underneath bridges and you were all like, homeless people, they all live under bridges. Gotta go under bridges and go help the homeless people. Because you seem to think that people are fucking stereotypes. Because you're an ignorant person. And you literally went and told homeless people to sign up for this thing. Like, what happened to that guy? Have you gotten him a house yet? Like, this is what I mean. So people that are in shitty situations like this, people that are in countries like, and places like PNG and South Africa, where they're in situations where they're being oppressed, and then this man shows up, seeks them out, shows up to them and says, I'm going to fix everything for you. They're desperate. They're like, oh my God, thank God, my savior. And then he doesn't do anything. And then when those people are like, hey, I feel cheated. You came here and you told me you were going to help. We could have tried to get help elsewhere, but you keep telling me to hold on and stay here because you're going to help me. What the fuck, dude? Then your answer is, oh, well, fuck you. Either have faith and then just keep waiting around or fuck off. It's literally sociopathic.
Is that Ash Mufareh's fault? Oh my God, I went out and I didn't start my car. My car wouldn't start this morning. Should I blame Ash Mufareh? This is how stupid you people sound when you try to blame your entire life on Ash.
Again, it's easy to say from a place of privilege and where you are. It's easy to say that. This is why I don't think you could ever help fix any of the problems in the world. You don't even fucking understand them. Obviously, neither does he.
Ash Mufareh, a guy who's going out of his way, spending millions of dollars, spending all of his time trying to build something successful, not trying, doing for all of us. There's where I get a little agitated. Now, Ash might get mad at me because I did this. Sometimes he says, Chris, do what you got to do. And I just want to tell you that Chris Johnson believes in this company. Chris Johnson doesn't get paid a dime because everyone thinks I get paid. No, if that was the case, I'd be sitting in a warm beach right now talking to you with a margarita in my hand. I'm here to tell you that I know the struggles are real. This world sucks. There's some more noise. Turn off the governments. Turn off everything about politics. That's noise. Noise that you don't need to hear. You know, go watch Leave It to Beaver, for crying out loud. At least that was positive and it taught you something. All right. When this course starts, when Ash Mufareh comes out to speak, you're all going to forget about the weights. I keep saying that. That's usually what happens. We can go back to the old pregnancy thing where, you know, the pain and the labor that our moms, wives, sisters, daughters go through. And once that baby's born, all of a sudden they forget about it. I don't think they completely forget about it because I know it's painful. But the joy when they're holding that baby in their arms. This is Ash Mufareh's baby. He's been carrying it a very long time. He's taken the pains, the punches, everything that could possibly be said to him. It's brought to his attention. And what does he do? He ignores that noise. Why can't you? Why can't I? Because sometimes it's a little hard.
So the noise is just people coming and saying to you, hey, you promised that you were going to fix my problems 8 years ago and you haven't fixed them yet. What's going on? Yeah, noise.
Frustrated. Why were these people that were so big, and we'll say the word OnPassive, all of a sudden went rogue and they put out what they thought about Ash Mufareh?
Because this is ridiculous. This has been going on for way too long. All right? And he has no answers for anyone. That's basically why you came on here to yell at us. So I think it would be best if everyone in Victory with Ash just moved on with their lives and forgot about this. That's what I'm hearing. And I've turned up the volume.
Who gives a rat's ass about what people think? Okay, I gave that up a long time ago. And now you're thinking their opinion is the only one that matters. Ash Mufareh is not telling you lies. He's telling you the truth.
He's not telling us anything. He hasn't been live since October 21st, 2025. It's just you here yelling at us, Chris. That's the thing. You keep talking about him taking the pressures. I'm over here laughing because I'm like, I don't know. It looks like you're the one taking it all.
He told you what he was doing. He also told you that he's going to keep quiet. And he's going to wait for things to progress. And when things are ready to go, then he will pop it. Now, does this sound like a mean lie? Probably does. But actually, I don't care. I'm just trying to straighten people up. All right? This is real. What he's doing is real.
Why don't you try to actually give the people what they've been promised? Why don't you try that? You haven't done that yet. Why don't you do that once and see how things go?
All the other stuff that you keep jumping in on, I don't believe that you keep doing that. 99% of you came here 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago because you were tired of the MLM world. How you'd get into something, have to spend all this money. All of a sudden, you got nothing for it. Oh, some of you made a couple bucks. Most of you didn't. That's why you came here. But look what you're doing. You're going right back into the same old pattern. Well, Ash is, he's taking a little longer. I'm glad he's taking longer. That means he's doing it right. I better go try something else. Try getting a job. Okay?
You just said that sucks. Not to mention, you've told people to quit their job for this in the past. We've played the clip many, many times. So, like, what do you mean? Go try getting a job. You went to areas where people can't find work. If it was as easy as just go get a job, don't you think everyone would have done that already?
You're not going to go out and make what you make in a job online like this. It takes years of doing certain things. I don't care if it's MLM or whatever you do. If you're a day trader, there's all kind of ways to make money online, but there's all kind of jobs out there that you can do too to keep yourself going.
Wow. It takes a little longer. Understatement of OnPassive, right? That's right.
All right. But gosh dang it, stop blaming Ash Mufareh for your problems. Stop blaming me for your problems.
Well, stop giving them problems. Do what you said you were going to fucking do. Put up or shut up. Right?
All right. I'm just a humble dude who believes in something. Who wants
humble
to tell the world that how important this company is going to be. How important Ash Mufareh is going to be when all this is just booming.
What? When what is booming? Like, are they supposed to assume that the big, bold, beautiful dream is just going to be like OnPassive 2.0? Because that's what it sounds like when it is described, when they are like, oh, the future company, blah, 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 right? Especially in like Bill Musk videos and stuff. But like, oh, they don't even know what it's going to be.
And what are you going to say? You people on the fence, pick a side. Jump either over this way or...
Also, think about it. If they apparently have been signing up 10 people each, who sign up 10 people, who sign up 10 people, and according to them, they have like the same numbers they did it on OnPassive, and we know a bunch of people have left. Like, if that's what they believe, right? You would think that Chris would understand that that means that they've gotten some new people. They might have gotten some new people, you know? I'm sure that some of these people had to sign up new people as part of their 10. Or one of those 10 had to sign up one as part of their 10. You know what I'm saying? So there's brand new people here right now. And then this is all they're getting. And Chris is on here like, you guys have been with us for years. And they're like, no, like I just joined this thing and I'm trying to figure out what it is. What the hell is this man yelling at me for? And how come he won't open his eyes?
Jump on with us. But make a choice, for goodness sake.
I believe Chris got all the fire when Ash went silent. Probably, but honestly, he wants it at the same time. Like, he keeps pointing out that he's one of the direct lines of communication with Ash Mufareh. So it's like, you want to brag about that, and then you wonder why people keep giving you messages for him. Like, ridiculous.
All right? Talking bad about something doesn't bring more people to you. As a matter of fact, the percentages show that people don't like people like that. Okay? Am I talking bad about that? I didn't say they're...
That's funny because you used to be on all these live streams with Marty when Marty would be like, all those other companies I was in really sucked. So it kind of is the way that this works. Whenever somebody goes from one MLM to another MLM, they do tend to talk shit about the one that they just left. Or they'll compare the two, and of course they'll say that the one that they're in now is better, right? Like, because people will often say to them, well, hey, weren't you just in this thing and now you're in this? What the heck? right? It's not easy to go from an MLM to another MLM. I remember that when I joined Sensi after being in ItWorks. And I had some people that were like, weren't you just in that ItWorks thing? Now you're doing this? Why'd you change? And I was like, these products are way better, less harmful for you, you know? All that good jazz. They have stuff for the kiddos. And so it's way better for my family. That was my whole thing. That's what I told everyone, right? That's kind of just what you do. So it's funny that it's always taken so personally, especially, since Ash has apparently been in this industry for 20 years and he's like such an MLM guru now. You would think that he would like just be used to this. It's funny because you don't often get CEOs that get this upset over someone just asking a question or, saying they don't like the company. Like, companies get bad reviews on Yelp all the time. What the fuck? Hello, Jelly. Good to see you. Hey, Joe. Greetings. Being disrespectful and ignorant also doesn't bring people to you, Chris, right? Jelly says, I watched this video this morning. Chris is very embarrassing. I know. How come he won't open his damn eyes for this?
Names. I brought up some companies because I checked them out like, oh my God, what is this? This is the same thing as everything else.
Yeah, and I checked them out and I was like, oh my God, this company is trying to be on passive. Why are all these companies trying to be on passive? Why are they all pre-launching without products? What is going on here? This is a damn epidemic. We need to put an end to this. People need to stop signing up for things that have no products.
You watch, by Friday, there'll be another new MLM company out there, and you're all going to think, oh my God, I can't miss this. Stop saying that.
That's right. That's why I'm here, Chris. Thank you. Thank you for explaining why I need to exist on the platform and speak out about these, including yours.
You're not going to miss anything. As long as you're in Victory with Ash, you're never going to miss a thing because it's going to teach you all about those companies. It's going to teach you how to better those companies. It's going to teach you how to...
How are they going to better those companies? Like, that's the whole thing about the MLM is that you're just a distributor there. They lie to you about you owning your own business and having your own company, which is unethical in my opinion. But you don't have any decision-making power, right? You can't be like, I don't like the MLM model, so I think that we should do affiliate instead and then have it be an affiliate. Like, you know what I mean? You don't get to choose that. So it's not the same.
Educate yourself how to speak.
How to speak. How to speak. Ash Mufareh is going to teach us all how to speak. Yeah. No, I can't wait. Can't wait for that one. How to speak for 5 hours and say nothing of substance. 101. With your professor, Ash Mufareh. PhD in bullshit.
What to say. This is
what to say. What to say. I don't like being told exactly what to say. I'm not good with like a script unless I'm acting. But if I need it to be like a real situation, I kind of have to ad-lib it a little bit. You know? Otherwise, I sound different. I turn all professional. F you, Chris. You told people to leave their jobs. Did you forget that? You are evil, right? I have a literal stutter and still speak better than Ash. I believe you. I bet you could also teach people more about how to speak better than Ash could. Because if you're like me and you have a speech impediment, which I also have myself, then you've done some form of speech therapy probably in your life. Probably when you're in public school. And therefore, you probably have more experience with that kind of thing than I'm sure Ash does. I think he just speaks to hear himself talk. And that's all the experience he has is the webinars we've watched. You know? Like, Lord, I can't wait for that. Yeah, tell me what to say, Daddy Ash.
What I'm talking about. All we got to do is wait. It doesn't cost me anything to wait.
Well, it costs you your time. Like, it's just such a weird thing to think that Ash is like, I'll just tell them all to wait, but I want them to like go about their lives as if nothing is happening. But I still want them to like wait for me for whenever I show up in the future. Like, he's doing this weird dance of I want full control over these people even when I'm not around. But like, I don't want them to recognize it in any way. And I don't want them to put time into this. It's bizarre.
It doesn't cost you anything to wait. It doesn't cost you anything to be loyal. And we know out there, we have people out there who have not been loyal, who
are we learning loyalty from? Ash? Because we need to bring up Marty again?
Sucked you into another thing. I get it. All right. On them. That's noise. That's noise. I think I looked up the definition of noise. Let me see if I can find it. It's kind of funny, actually.
Oh no, we're taking a playbook out of Red's book of how to do live streams. We're looking up the definition of noise, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently we need to do that right now. And it's funny. Get ready for this. If you can find it.
It says something about what's noise. And it says something, it's like listening to a pig in a trough.
I guess we're not looking it up. We're just going to try to say it from memory. And I say try because that can't be right. The definition of noise says, what's noise? It's like a pig in a trough? What? Where did you get this definition from?
That's exactly what these MLM companies are doing right now. The noise is a pig in a trough. Start. Come on. We want your money. Come on, let's load up your basement with products you can't sell.
Come on, we want your data. Upload your ID.
That's what it is.
That's victory with that. That's what I hear. I'm doing KYC. Attach your bank account. We won't give you any money though. And you can't buy anything. I promise I'm not doing anything nefarious with this.
Ash Mufareh is not doing that. He's saying, I'm preparing a path for your future. I want to educate you.
Yeah, but I want to know what that is. Like, I think he has one hell of a nerve to just be like, I'm going to tell everyone that I am going to give them their future, but they cannot know what it's going to look like. And everyone gets the same one.
First on what's going on. I want to teach you things that have worked for over 20 years for a lot of successful people.
Woohoo! Who? We got an owl in here. Who? Name one. Name one person that Ash Mufareh has mentored that has been successful due to his mentoring. I just want one. Name one. Otherwise, I'm going to have to call you full of shit.
That's all he's saying. All right. He's not saying, come on, folks. In 2 months, you'll have 2 people and you're going to have 10,000.
No, instead, he's saying, come on in, but you have 100 days to sign up 10 people and 30 days to do the KYC. Like, how is that different, really? You're just doing it without money because according to him, he's going to pay for everything. You guys already paid for a lot of it.
He's not saying that, but other people are, but you're listening to them.
You all sound the fucking same. Trust me, I have 1,000 videos, over 1,000 videos of MLM people all sounding the same.
Stop listening to them, please. Turn down the noise, turn up the volume. The volume is what you listen to, the most important that benefits you. Okay?
Music.
Quick one more example, and then I'm out of here.
That's what I do. That benefits me. We're talking about turning up the volume. What do I turn up the volume with? Music. You know, I like to clean to some Diana Ross and the Supremes. And then I usually put on some Beatles. And then in the afternoon, I'm usually in more of like a 2000s rap like era. I don't know. I'm weird. And sometimes to chill out, I like to put on the Woodstock video. I like music. But I like what are they supposed to turn up the volume on? Like, you want them to what? Go watch October 21st webinar over and over and over again or something? Like, there's nothing. You guys aren't saying anything.
Because I know I got a lot of people probably mad at me, and that's okay. You can be mad at me all you want. I'd rather you be mad at me than anyone else, because I can take it.
Well, no, okay. Doesn't seem like it. Seemed sort of pissed off. But have you not just complained for 22 minutes and 14 seconds about how people are being mad at you and they're complaining to you? Is that not what we have been doing here this whole time? Now you're like, it's okay, take it out on me instead. Oh, Chris, what a martyr.
All right. Back when I was maybe 18 years old, I was driving. I had a nice car. I had
wasn't a Ford though, right, Chris? Because
the radio cranked full blast. I probably was listening to Prince, just jamming. And
Prince? Really? I was expecting him to say something like country music, but Prince, okay.
I came up to a stoplight. There was a guy in front of me. And I got my music so loud that I can't even hear myself think. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at that light because I want to hit I'm young. I want to go fast, man. And all of a sudden, that light turns green. And the guy in front of me doesn't move. I start laying on my horn because I had a lot of noise. And I'm laying on there. I'm flowing. Come on, man. Let's go. I want to go fast, man. And all of a sudden, not 3 seconds later, here come a big old fire engine doing 50 miles an hour with the sirens blaring that I didn't hear because I had all this noise in my background.
Oh, okay.
Technically, if I was probably in front of that guy, I probably wouldn't have gotten. I would have gotten a bad accident. He probably saved my life. I had to pull this guy and up to him and say, "I'm sorry, please forgive me. I wasn't paying attention." You see, he turned off the noise and he turned up the volume, and he was.
What? What is the story? This isn't where I was expecting it to go at all. That was a weird ass story. I thought he was gonna say that they were coming up to the guy in front of him, and the guy had like a medical emergency, and that's why he didn't go. And then Chris realized that he you know, would have heard the sirens and realized that, and not looked like such an asshole honking his horn at him, yelling at him the whole time. That's where I thought it was going. But then it took a weird detour there for a second. And then it didn't go there. That was bizarre. But, so then where were they going? There was an accident up ahead that you would have gotten into, maybe? And so the guy in front of you saved you, so you apologized to him? I don't know if that has anything to do with turning down the noise, though. Like, either way, that would have happened, whether he had the noise up or not. At least with my version, where I thought the story was going, it actually, you know, the noise had something to do with it. I don't know.
He was paying attention to exactly what he was doing. All right. He heard the sirens. He's seen the fire engine. And he thought, man, I can't go. I got to wait. This guy's tooting his horn at me. I could have killed that guy by trying to get him to rush. Ash Mufareh is not rushing. All right. Ash Mufareh is looking.
That is where we were going with this? We didn't need that for you to tell us he's not rushing. We're well aware. Oh, my Lord. I tell you, sometimes these take you on a journey. Can't say that didn't take us for a ride.
Both ways. Ash Mufareh is making sure there isn't a fire engine barreling down the road before he takes his next step.
What the fuck? Like, what? He's making sure that the SEC doesn't show up and shut him down because he's illegally recruiting people into a pyramid-based alleged business?
All right. Praise his next steps, because his next steps are going to change things more and more. Do we know about it? Nope. I'm glad. Thank you, Ash Mufareh, for not saying anything. Thank you for keeping me in suspense. Okay? I love it. I know what you're doing. I believe in you, and I sure hope you all do. Okay, it's 24 after. Sherry's coming on at 7:30. I want to thank everyone out there that has stayed loyal to this man, who has not jumped into every damn thing that's out there because all you're doing is costing yourself money. And to those other leaders that are doing what they're doing, shame on you. Shame on you. But
well, you said that if their hearts weren't in it, then to fuck off. So they did. They went and started doing something else. Like, what do you mean? Mixed messaging in this video. It's not even a half an hour long. He's contradicted himself 17 times.
You'll see, because the truth always comes out.
Oh,
the truth will definitely pay off for all of us. And just stay focused. Keep the volume high and the noise off, and we're all going to be great. I love every one of you. God bless you. Happy birthday. I've been trying to do that every day with the prayers and the birthdays. We need a lot of prayers for this world. This world needs people like Ash Mufareh and all of you to keep the good where the good is and get rid of the evil, because there's a lot of evil. Okay? I love you. God bless. Stay plugged in. Okay? I'm not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. And if you go somewhere, go with grace.
Well, whatever. I guess your biggest issue is that people moved on and then they talk shit about Ash. You'd just be fine with them moving on, though. So much for family, I guess. Can Chris speak without screaming? I don't think so. You can't see today either.
I love you all. God bless. We'll see you later.
Lord, if we turn off the noise, then we never hear from Ash Mufareh ever again. If we stop the evil, then we stop Ash Mufareh from doing whatever this thing is. Because Lord, we still don't know. We have no clue. But, you know, Chris likes the suspense. So fuck all of you guys for bothering him. How dare you all? Don't you know that Ash is doing this all for you and not for himself at all? But he doesn't want your opinions about what he should be doing? And he doesn't care what you want? Lord, leave the man alone, would you? So I guess it'll be another several months until we hear from Chris, and maybe that's a good thing, because boy, he's getting annoying. He's getting annoying. I don't know if there's going to be a stream tomorrow. I will have to see how things go. But there is going to be Friday with the Sayers of Nay this week. So I definitely look forward to seeing you all for that. But that's all I've got for you today. I hope that you all have a fabulous, wonderful rest of your evening. And just, you know, like Chris said, turn off the noise. And like I'm saying, he is the noise. But have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. Stay safe on here. Stay skeptical. And I'll see you all really soon with another one. I love all of your faces like always. We're in it to win it. Woohoo!
My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way. Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's a call.
Hey.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufareh. If you're rude, if you've been doubting or spying, or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought out. Her debate was screaming at Ash. And another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the question about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them all morning. It's not the answer you want. Only Reverend Jim Jones. Okay? Let's go to Guyana. Let's go.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune in to crazy men talking about their experiences. My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Elch, by the way.
And I'm your friend.
Stop going there. That negative YouTube kid got more followers on it than I do on my YouTube kid. It breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufareh.
Stop going there. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there.
My name is Ash Mufareh, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Guyana.